Well, back to another Fed sporting the Trump hat. The big man has just banned all travel from the UK and Ireland. Also, he did it to Europe the other day. I think it'll come in effect on Tuesday, but that's not really what I'm here to talk about. Just that was just a reference, the El Hat, because he's the man. But I think the season will be void. I'm about 99% sure. Honestly, you do the math. The cases, the infected. Boris Johnson said we're 10 to 14 weeks. 10 to 14 weeks. 10 to 14 weeks away from the peak, right? And right now, right, only 21's died, right? Which isn't exactly a fucking humongous amount. But the cases, right, is 1,000 and something, right? They've doubled the day. He came out and said the other day that really the cases are in the, like 10,000 or whatever, right? But see this whole quarantine with the players. If one player gets it after the quarantine, that's another 2 weeks. It will just never get done. Like, I just don't see how this happens. Like, it's only going to get worse, and that's the thing. In 14 weeks' time, when it's the quote-unquote peak, will it take another 14 weeks after that to get what we're currently at right now, if you know what I mean? Because we're 14 weeks behind the peak. So what it is right now, will that be what it's like 14 weeks after the peak? As in, it'll be similar. Not too bad. I mean, obviously, right now, everything's on the rise, and after the peak, it should be constantly going down. None of this, let's just fly about. Zigzaggy, 20 cases one day, a million the next, you get what I mean? But I just don't see how this season happens. They've got to cram it all in. Unless they delay it, like next season, but then players' contracts are up in June. I mean, how can they delay this season into July or August? I mean, they're going to... And then all the TV money as well. If they don't play all the games, like I know this more affects like the English Premier League because there's a lot more money in that than Scottish football, but it's mental. The amount of cases, the amount of deaths because of some wee man eating a bat. Oh man. The amount of sport that's off. I mean, the Old Firm would have been the Mora. Would have all been looking forward to that. I would have had a match preview ready for that. But I just don't see how the season continues. It's only going to get worse. And if the peak's 14 weeks away, look at the state 8 now. Everyone's out buying toilet roll. And I mean, that's the thing I don't get. Like, you don't actually need toilet roll while you need food. Like, and obviously, I mean, you could just jump in the shower. Like, if the toilet roll situation really got that bad, you can't just jump in the shower or fucking eat your own shite when you run out of food. You know what I mean? That's not how it works. But the West is a mess. I mean, if they just did what Russia did and close everything down at the start and close all borders, well, I know they didn't close everything down, but I mean, if they just closed all the borders, let nobody in, we're still letting people in for Italy, so it's only going to get worse. Mongoloids like Boris Johnson. I mean, obviously I wanted the guy in over Corbyn, but you look back at it and you're like, is he really that much better than Corbyn? Apart from the fact he's not a communist. That's probably about it. But it's shocking. I don't know. I mean, I think it will be voided. I mean, Neil Lennon and Scott Brown can go out, oh, they have to give it to us. Well, they don't actually have to, like, but I guess if they say it, well, I guess they'll have to be forced into it, or else Scott Brown will probably kneecap them behind the scenes. But, I mean, look at that. US confirmed 51 deaths. I mean, the infections are going to skyrocket. Skyrocket. I mean, how is this going to be better by, like, the 4th of April? I know that we haven't actually set a date, but the English has done that. Like, I just don't... I mean, look at that. France now has 4,500, essentially, and 91 people have died. Mental, man. I don't even know, but I think the season will be voided. There's just no way it will be completed. Because as soon as one player gets it, they'll have to do quarantine again. The mass gathering, it would have to be behind closed doors, but I don't know, man. You look at all these statistics, and look at that, man. 1,500 dead in Italy as well. Brutal. 21,000. I mean, look at that. That's killing. That. I mean, it's like, see in Italy, like it's killing about 7% of the people it infects. For us, I know Italy's got definitely an older thing, but there you go. Big Trump dishing out all the free coronavirus testing to the American. I mean, imagine have to pay for your healthcare. America's shit, but they'll probably still try and blame Trump for that, even though that's been in a case for a while. But as you see, the world is in a shitter. There'll be no match previews, obviously, because I think everyone knows why there won't be. But yeah, I think the season will be voided. I mean, we can talk about British football suspended until for at least the 3rd of April. But Dan Roan says resuming on the date is privately deemed almost impossible. And they're right on the money. I mean, I get why they can't come out and void it right now. That is because if they come out and void it the seasons right now, and then miraculously in a month's time, or by the 3rd of April, it all got better. Liverpool, Celtic, Dundee United, Sheffield United, who've had a great season, and other teams like Leeds, for example, would go off their rockets, and you wouldn't be blaming them. But anyway, I think the season will be voided. But until next time, peace, brother.